Hey there, it's Michelle from michellebcooper.com. I provide accounting solutions, accounting and bookkeeping services to the online entrepreneur community. I do this through virtual work systems and software, and I love what I do. I also help entrepreneurs with their money, making more money through different programs that I run and events that I organize, and get them to have money in their bank, right? That's the whole point. But today I want to talk to you about Storm, about this amazing event that I have helped bring to life. Hey, Dolores. Oh, look, there's my father-in-law, Bill. Hey, Bill. Bill's in England. Everybody say hi, Bill. So I want to tell you about something that happened to me over the past year and really helped me come up with this retreat idea. And, I don't do retreats as a main part of my business or anything, but one of the things that really came through to me in 2016 was teaching what I've learned, right? Because I think there's huge value in your learning process, right? It's not just like, oh yeah, sure, somebody says you should do this, and so go and do it, right? For me, there's a lot of value in, I did this worked, this didn't, this was awesome, this sucked, don't do this and waste your time. Like, there's huge amount of value in that, right? And so 2016 was a huge growth year for me, right? And hey, Erin, one of the really great things that I learned and that happened to me was a transformation. So a transformation in life, in mindset, in my business, in relationships. I was able to go from broken, like physically broken. I broke my leg, broke my ankle, and this stopped my life completely. And it gave me an opportunity for a whole bunch of stuff to come, because I wasn't distracted with getting my business done. I wasn't distracted with client work and my to-do list and all these things that happened, right? I had no distractions. It was me at times sitting on my couch feeling sorry for myself, but it was me really having space for things to come to me, right? And hey, Jen, yay, hi, Jackie. And yeah, there were parts that were really sad and stuff, but there was parts that were super amazing, right? And having that opportunity, that space, that nothing else was going on, brought in ideas that I didn't even know I was open to, right? And what I learned throughout the year is that I needed to put myself outside of my comfort zone to truly grow. And something that I advise everybody to do, I read the book, The Big Leap. It landed in my mailbox somehow, and somebody probably recommended it somewhere along the way. And it's not a big read. It's a relatively small book, but it was like mind-blowing to me, right? And it was like the tip of the iceberg, okay? It gave me an idea of how things could be, right? And like seriously, I'm like personal development junkie, okay? I'm reading all the books, I'm watching all the shows, I'm doing all of the stuff, right? But this was just like, it was the right time and I had space to take it in. And so it showed me an option of what could be, right? And I started very small in changing things. So I started incorporating just a tiny little bit of meditation into my life. I started incorporating affirmations. I started incorporating gratitude. And it started very small. And it just grew because it made me feel good, right? It made me feel good to be grateful for the things in my life. And then what I saw happening was abundance coming to me, right? It was like a magnet, right? And the more I did it, the more I got. And I don't just mean like dollars and cents, right? So by putting myself outside of my comfort zone, right? Meeting people making connections with people that I might not have had connections with before, put me on a level that I didn't even know I was ready for. I surrounded myself with a group of people who just like grabbed me and pulled me up. And at times when I didn't believe in myself, they believed in me. And I just borrowed their belief. So borrowing belief is huge. And we all, every single one of us, have moments of not believing in ourselves, right? And so 2016 was like huge year of transformation. Now, as I approached October, I had a moment of clarity. And this moment of clarity happened when there was physically a storm outside my house. So there was a pretty violent storm outside my house. I was sitting on the couch, I was looking out the window, the rain was streaming down, and I had this moment of clarity where I was like, that storm outside is like the storm inside, right? And it feels the same. The storm feels tumultuous. It feels like this energy. It feels like you could touch it, right? And that's what was going on inside of me. It was all of these ideas, all of this stuff that was, this information that was going around in my head, all of the people that were feeding me information and new thought processes and all of these things. It was like this giant storm, and I had ideas for my business. I had ideas for my family. I had ideas for my future. And how did this all fit together, right? And how was I going to make this happen, right? And the storm outside resonated so much with me inside that I was like, I have to show people the transformation that I've gone through and what is possible. Because I promise you, everything you want is possible, okay? You need to have the right mindset. You need to do the right things. You need to surround yourself with the right people. So in thinking about, sitting there thinking about this storm, I was thinking about who was it in my life that had been contributing to such massive transformation, and how could I inspire others to do the same? Because I have seen my life change dramatically in 1 year, like dramatically. So I sat there thinking, you know, who helps me deal with this, and who's come into my life, and how can I put this all together, right? So several years ago, I went to Tofino and I went to a surf camp, and it was an amazing amount of fun. And one of my friends and somebody who helps me with my business, her name's Ashley. She was with me in the surf camp. We both worked for the same company. And I reached out to her and I was like, remember that surf camp we went to in Tofino? And remember like how awesome that whole process was and how transformational just that part of it was. And then I started thinking about a conversation I had with some great friends, Keely, Nina, and Marley. And we talked about going to the island and doing storm watching. Spending that time watching storms roll in off of the west coast of Vancouver Island, and how that natural force kind of resonates and radiates from within, right? And so gradually all these things started to come together. The people, the place, the feeling. Hey, Cindy, so good to see you. It all started to come together, right? And then something amazing happened. Oh, hey, Joy. Hi. Something really freaking crazy, amazing happened. I belong to a writing group because I'm writing a book. And I went to our writing group meeting. And it's held at this place, like a business center. And it was in this board meeting kind of thing. And I had been there before. And I sat down and I had my notebook for writing in front of me. And I was sitting there thinking, oh, I've been so consumed by all these thoughts and this storm outside and everything that had been kind of going on and like bubbling up inside. And I didn't get my writing assignment done. And as I looked up, right in front of me was this giant painting. And it was very abstract, and it was black and grays and dirty kind of white color and a little bit of silver in there. And it was this big mush of stuff. And I was like, that's the storm. And that's the storm I feel inside. And that's the storm that other people feel inside. I know they do. They're out there, right? And that's what I need to share. I need to share the transformation of the storm. So that's how this event came to kind of light. And then sitting there staring at this picture, I had names come to me. And I've been, really like kind of accepting of my intuitive nature, right? So a great friend of mine, Joy Kingsborough, has been like, girl, you're intuitive, own it. Like, it's okay, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, these names are coming out, right? And I'm like, I would want Joy there because she has helped me transform the way I consciously think of my business and my life, right? And I've participated in her brain game. I'm now certifying under her and incorporating her amazing practices and knowledge and like this awesomeness that she has. I'm incorporating that into my business, right? And like it's transformational. So of course her name is on there. And then like Chantel Adams, right? So like I'm sitting there and I'm like, honestly, she was like the spark. She really was the spark that lit this up, right? So I attended Shine. Shine was great, 3-day event, lots of people. But for some crazy reason, I had decided that I was going to be doing Center Stage Live. And I wasn't prepared for it. I felt like an idiot. Oh my God, it was insane. I sat across from a new friend, Marlo, and I said, I am not ready to do this. Like, I wanted to cry my eyes out. But I did it. And I met these amazing people, and they really are the highlight of Center Stage Live for me. They are my sisters. I ask them everything I need to know. I go to them and they support me 100%. And when I doubt myself, I borrow their belief in me. Okay? So Chantel sparked that off, and her talk about courage and her work on courage is so transformational. And so, of course, I would want her there. And then I thought about like going through these really sometimes difficult transformations and sometimes difficult issues in our life can bring up emotions that we are unprepared to deal with, right? And I've had that. I've brought up emotions that I didn't even know existed inside of me, and things that I didn't even connect the dots on, right? And so I'm like, how can I support these people who are going through this transformation and say they just start to have a complete fucking breakdown, right? Like, what am I going to do, right, to support them? And so I thought about, like, obviously the name came up for me of Jackie McDonald. So Jackie is like, oh my God, the minute I met her, I was like, you are my own personal Gabrielle Bernstein. Okay. Like, and she was like, oh my God, that's amazing. But she just has this energy about her that is so completely calming and a way to get through some of these emotional things that are really, really charged, right? They're really volatile. And I am so blessed to have her in my life that I can call on her when I am challenged with this. And on Sunday, I spent an hour with her tapping. She does the emotional freedom technique, which is called tapping. And she was helping me work through some of my own money issues. And this, like, it was crazy. The stuff that came up, I don't associate with money, okay? I was just like, what? I never would have put these two things together. What the fuck? Basically. So yeah, like an incredible amount of relief came through that, and clarity, and the ability to leave that behind and move on. And so absolutely I would want Jackie at Storm. And then I thought, people need to move through energy, right? That's one of the things I've learned over the past year, is that everything is an energetic exchange, and I need to help that energy move. It needs to flow through my body. I've learned that I'm not very well grounded, and so I'm working on that. And how can I incorporate this movement and this energetic release? Who can do that, right? And I was like, oh my God, of course, Erin Savard. Okay, so Erin's somebody I've known for a long time. I spent several years in her pole fitness studio, and I've really supported her in the past probably almost a year in getting her to a place of bringing her soul work to the world, right? And she has an amazing ability to incorporate movement into every single person's life, and incorporate the energetic movement, like the energy release, so it's flowing through you, right? It's not stuck, and it's not weird and uncomfortable and awkward, right? And it's not like, when I talk about movement, I'm talking about like a choreographed dance or something like that. Like, this is an energetic release of all this shit that you're working through, right? And she gets that, and it goes, right? And so, oh my God, Joy, I need movement too. Oh my God, I need movement too. And Jackie is my secret weapon as well. Oh my God. Joy and Jackie are two of my secret weapons. I feel like I carry them around in my pocket, and I can pull them out when I need them. So So these names appeared on this piece of paper, and that was Storm. So what do? Well, I message each and every one of them, and I say, hey, here's my idea. And you know what? It's a whole bunch of words that don't really make sense. And, oh, yes, Erin, shaking shit up and out. Yes. And so in this really crazy, gobbly word thing, I communicated to these women about my vision and my idea, right? And this amazing opportunity, right? And I was like, and it's not going to be for everyone. Like, it really isn't for everyone. And it's for, there are 24 people out there that need to hear this, right? And there's 24 people out there that are ready to go through this transformation. They're ready to work with these coaches. They are ready to transform their business and their life. And all I have to do is speak to one of them at a time and offer this opportunity. Because you know what? This is kind of scary to put this out there, right? Because it's so very personal to me. This isn't, this is not like a generic event. This is not like, oh, who can I get to come and speak that's going to, sell out an event. This is very, very personal, and it's very transformational, right? So every single one of these women said, hell yeah. Oh my God, of course, right? And so we worked on dates, got the hotel, worked on dates, did all this stuff, and I kept getting roadblocks. And I kept thinking, this isn't meant to be. This is what's going on. Oh my God, like, what am I going to do? Then it happened. My numerology and my astrology both said the end of October. October is stone watching season. The hotel came back with October dates. Bam. Boom. There you go. So that's when it's happening. The end of October. It's in Ucluelet. That sounds like a weird place. If you don't know BC, you will not be aware of this amazing little town. It's on the west coast of Vancouver Island. It is Ucluelet, Tofino. That whole area is storm watching capital of Western Canada, or probably Western North America, I guess. I don't know. There is a huge opportunity here to change your life. So if you're the one person I needed to talk to today, if you're the one person that needed to hear this story, you need to PM me, or you need to reach out to Erin, Chantel, Jackie, or Joy, or you just need to go to the link down here, and you need to check out the page about it, which talks in more detail about what's going to be happening every day, how we're moving through this transformational process together, and how you are going to have a storm tribe. And you are going to have these people, just like I have, through this shared experience that is going to change your life. Okay? If you're not ready for change, that's okay. It's not your time. But if you are, then this is going to be a key thing for you to do. This is not an ordinary event or retreat, whatever you want to call it. This is something pretty special, and it's very emotional. It's very personal to me and to every single one of these women that are involved in it. So, yeah, I'm just super excited because, like, just as we talk about what we're all going to do and how we're all going to affect change, it just feels so amazing. Like, it just feels so freaking transformational. Chantel's talking about how to courageously step into your life and your business. And she is working through you and your story, every single one of you. Joy is talking about the conscious approach to your business and life and the skills that you need to do those things. Jackie is supporting you with emotional freedom technique tapping one-on-one, right? You don't get that. Like, to work with Jackie one-on-one costs a shitload of money. So like this is an incredible opportunity for you to shift in your life. I am bringing the money page to this, right? I am bringing that the real tangible number part of your business, but also the shifting of money, like the energy that you associate with money. I don't really like using money blocks anymore. I'm just talking about the energy that you have around money, and just opening it up so you can accept more abundance. And Erin is physically shifting our energy through our body and releasing that stagnant thing that's holding us back, right? And so we, my amazing assistants, Heather and Cindy, and I went out for this like delicious Indian meal in Kelowna last month, and we came up with the idea that every single one of us, all these coaches are elements of the storm, right? And they all represent an aspect of the storm. And I really encourage you to check out our website, our webpage, and look at the event and read about the speakers some more in depth, and read about the event and where it happens and what's going to happen, and reach out and say, hey, I'd like to learn more, right? Because we want to talk to you and we want to figure out where you are. And so we want to figure out, is this fit right for you? And how do we get you there? Because there's a lot of options to get there, right? There are a lot. Like, this isn't like, bang, you got to pay and then you're done. And like, if you're ready for this, we'll make it happen. Okay, so I'm going to go and, do my thing for the rest of the day. Thank you for your time. It is great to see so many on here. Jen and Erin and Joy and Jackie and Cindy and Heather and all these people who cheer me on from the sidelines. I am so incredibly blessed to have them. And if you have questions, you can comment, you can PM me, you can contact any of the people. They've all kind of commented here. You can reach out to them if you know them. Oh, Dolores, you're still here. Yay. Love Dolores. Dolores is awesome, and she makes the most incredible food. And I love beet salad, Dolores. Okay, and the first time and only time I've eaten it is at your event, and I keep saying I'm going to make it, but I don't, but I'm gonna, I promise, because you keep popping up. So I remember that beet salad, I got to make that. So yeah, have a great day, and I will talk to you all later. Okay, bye.